Hello everyone, it's Matt here from Prepared UK, and I'd just like to spend a few moments talking to you about this. Now, a lot of you will recognise this part as being the Mora Eldris, one of the, I think possibly the smallest knife that Mora make. It's got a lovely double grind on it, and it has a full-size handle, and it's those two things that attracted me to it. But this isn't strictly going to be a knife review, but I think you need a little bit of background as to how I ended up where I am with it. I was looking for a knife that I could take with me maybe on an extended camping trip that would feather stick. I think once you've got your fire going, you've got the tool there for turning longwood into shortwood that I could use for preparing food, just general tasks around camp, that wasn't going to take up a lot of room, that wasn't going to add a lot of weight, but was going to have a lot of functionality. And that's why I chose this. It has, or it does rather, come in a multitude of colours. There's a full spectrum of colours available handle-wise, and I really like that Mora have kept the handle full size, because a lot of times, Opinel are a good example of this. The smaller the blade, the smaller the handle, until eventually the blade becomes unusable because you can't hold it. Whereas with this, they've kept the full size handle. And it came with a tube type. I also liked it because it doesn't look particularly threatening. It came with a tube-like sheath that had a hole at the end for a bit of paracord or a bit of cord, so that you could use it as a neck knife. In my humble, I don't get on with the sheath at all. I don't like it. I really like this bit, don't like the other bit. Within about 5 or 10 minutes of having the knife in the house, I was singing the praises of the knife and forgot all about the sheath. So I spent some time having a good look round to see if I could find a sheath to replace it that would add something to the knife, as well as being just a replacement. Something that was a really cool thing on its own, but when you put it together with the knife, makes the two of them, really cool. And I found from Ashdown Forest Crafts, that's it, Simon Hardie's, the leather maker who made the sheath for the Nesmuk that I reviewed about a month ago now. I'll put his full contact details in the bottom, because if you have one of these, you are going to want one of these. It is a lovely handmade leather sheath, and he can dye the sheath the same colour as the handle. So if you have one of these in purple, blue, green or red, or you want to buy one of these in purple, blue, green or red, he will make the sheath the same colour so that they match. And it really is a beautifully made little thing. It has got all of those kind of hallmarks of it being a bushcraft addition to your knife. It's lovely finished leather with a nice polish on it. It smells really nice as well. It's, as with the sheath for the Nesmuk, it is beautifully stitched and is set up for being a neck knife. Now, I wouldn't carry this as a neck knife, kind of as my carry. I would keep it in the top pocket of my rucksack, knowing that the blade wasn't going to do the rucksack any harm or the contents any harm, because it was very, very neatly stowed away. And then when I was using it, I think is when the neck cord would come in, because me being me, I'm going to take the knife out, I'm going to use it for something, then I'm going to put it down, then I'm going to turn away, then I'm going to turn back, and the knife varies when they're made off with it. Whereas now, in between using it, boom, it's there. Nice and handy, which the other sheath didn't allow you to do. It was very clunky kind of snap pull. Do what you got to do, pop it away. Yeah? And while it's there, it really does look like a really cool neck knife. It's not just friction fit though. The friction fit on it is really nice, yeah? But it has inside it, and I'm going to come to the camera in a minute and do a walk around of it so you can see it in close up. It has a magnet inside the sheath so that it doesn't fall out. Genius, yeah? You have it there, you're running along, it doesn't fall out, yeah? Bouncing around, it doesn't fall out because it has that magnet inside the sheath to keep it in place. So you don't have to worry that as time goes by, maybe the friction fit maybe gets a bit loose because the knife and the sheath have got used to each other. Because it's got that magnet in there, you know all the time you've got this, it's safe and it's not going to fall out because it's in there, yeah? It really is a beautifully looking thing that is incredibly functional and has that thing that appeals to me, that little clever trick up its sleeve that you never would have thought until you got it. And there it is. It's got a magnet in it. What genius is that? I'm going to come and bring this to the camera now so that you can see it close up, which I think you're going to want to do because it really is a nice thing. And in order to facilitate that, we've got to have a very clunky Prepared UK edit. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. Where's he gone? Well, he's right here to show you the Ashdown Forest Crafts Mora Eldris sheath kind of close up. Most leather workers have a stamp with which they can moniker their work, and you either like or you don't like their moniker. Now, I really like Simon's moniker. I asked him what it was this afternoon, just out of curiosity, and he said it was a stag beetle. I thought it was some kind of a spider, but then my eyesight's got a particular reputation of its own. And I asked him why he picked a stag beetle, and I guess because nobody else had done it, but his own personal motivation for picking it was his favourite insect, and it was an insect that was struggling to survive, which, as probably self-employed artisan, is something that he can relate to quite closely. Yeah. Now, as you can see, the sheath has this extra piece of leather in here than you would normally find in a sheath, which gives it that kind of offset, which I really like. And it's within this insert of leather that the magnet is held, so that the magnet doesn't actually come in contact with the blade. It is held within one of the, would you call it a laminate? Yeah, within one of the laminates of the leather. As you can see, the finish on the edges is really nice. The front and the back are a single piece of folded leather, which means that the neck cord is really well done. I really like that. And the sides, beautifully smooth, beautifully finished. Look at the shine on that, and that's on the edges. Yeah, that's your shine on the main body is also really quite spectacular, and that's under fluorescent lighting. As I commented on the Nesmuk sheath in the review that I did about a month ago, I'm really liking the contrasting colour of the thread in the stitching, and the neatness and attention to detail in the stitching as well. I mean, and again, customer service on this was absolutely fantastic. He charged me £25, which I think is a standard going rate. I ordered it on a Friday, and I think it arrived on the Tuesday. Let me just go back to the chair, furnish you with another famous Prepared UK clunky edit, so we can do the summing up in a more natural style. Okay, so summing up of the Ashdown Forest Crafts Mora Eldris leather sheath. As I concluded just then, £25, ordered it on a Friday, arrived on a Tuesday. Can't say fairer than that in terms of customer service. But then I think he had a lot of the blanks made up already, and all he had to do was dye it and stitch it for me, which the weekend afforded him to do. As I've been saying, the whole thing about this really appeals to me. It's got a really nice aesthetic, which I normally comment in my videos about how something looks, because if you're going to pay money for something, you're going to want to enjoy it, and you're really going to have to like it. And even from the photographs that I saw on Simon's shop, I liked this. When it arrived, I was just like, wow. When I put it together with the knife, I was just like, that's it, that'll do it for me. I've got a really sweet neck knife set up here that I'm not really going to use as a neck knife, but I am really going to use. And this here, which by the way is adjustable, is going to stop me from losing it while I'm using it. So all in all, good value, good customer service, good aesthetic, good functionality. Absolutely gets a thumbs up from me. I'm going to have hours of enjoyment from this. So this has been Matt for Prepared UK reviewing Ashdown Forest Crafts Mora Eldris sheath. I will post in the description box below a link should you want one where you can go and look at the full range of stuff that he has. But if you're looking for a recommendation, then it certainly comes with mine. Okay, so again, this has been Matt for Prepared UK. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.